Hey, what's going on with all my money motivated stars? Now, in this video, I want to talk about what a friend of mine posted on Facebook, and it was about a relationship. So I'm gonna read out what this person said. Okay, so she says, I feel like relationships don't last because motherfuckers want to live together and shit. Or maybe it's just me, but I need my own space. We can visit each other. Otherwise, you gonna get on my motherfucking nerves fast as fuck. Okay, now let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not trying to pick apart her opinion and say she's wrong because it's her reality. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell her what to experience or what she has experienced. You know what I'm saying? But in my reality, I don't feel like it's the living thing. You feel what I'm saying? Because just through past experience and like when we was in school, high school, those relationships didn't last and we didn't stay together. It don't matter how young you was. Some people are still with this high school sweetheart. You feel what I'm saying? So I won't necessarily put it on space. You feel what I'm saying? Because that sounds like when she said, a lot of people feel like this. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it. But she was like, she said she need her space, and if she don't get her space, you gonna get on her nerves fast as a motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? And it feels like, because most people don't know, man. That's toleration. People get with people who they tolerate. When you actually love somebody and truly y'all got that understanding, time or space does not matter. I want to let you know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm speaking off experience. Y'all can be locked in a closet together. Y'all will run out of food before y'all run out of shit to say to each other if y'all connected. You feel what I'm saying? There's just the connection y'all gotta have, and I feel like a lot of people don't really understand it, and they go looking or they accept the 75% or the 65% of attraction that they have for people. You know what I'm saying? Let me put it like this. I'm big on personality, but I know I'm also a person. I have to like your personality, and you have to be my type physically too. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like some people go for the 100% personality. Somebody can make them laugh, smile, you know what I'm saying, do everything, and they go like 75% looks. You know what I mean? It's not all about looks, but if you know you're a person, if that's not what you like and you're accepting it because the personality so well, it still may be a two trains on the track crashing. You feel what I'm saying? Colliding. Because when you with your person, your partner, there is nothing, like I said, time or space or anything is going to be able to break that up. You know what I mean? Because like I said, y'all got that understanding with each other. And people just don't know, man. You gotta have that physical attraction to your partner, the spiritual attraction too. You feel what I'm saying? The spiritual is gonna be way more powerful, but like I said, if that's not what you find aesthetically pleasing, you're gonna even if you don't cheat, you're gonna get that wandering eye at the people who walk past that you are aesthetically pleased to. You know what I mean? You pleased with. You know what I'm saying? That's where a lot of people go wrong because they get in relationships that they tolerating people. If you gotta be away from me or we gotta be we can't, because we don't have to stay together, but if we in a time period in our life where we are staying together and I get to a point where I can't tolerate you or I'm like, man, I need my space, I feel like that's the issue. I feel like we shouldn't even be together. You know what I mean? Because I have been in relationships where I would go get my space, but it's not due to the person. You know what I mean? It's just I always been a person like people just know me in the neighborhood. Like I'm a walker. I just feel like I get better ideas and I get kind of a high when I'm walking. You feel what I'm saying? So in my relationships, I would go to the park and I would be gone for like an hour or two. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes my partner she'll be like, well, I'm gonna come with you. And I'd be like, okay, but I'll let her know like I'm finna ignore you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put my earphones in, whether I got my earphones in or not. When I go to the park, it's like my mind shifts different gear. You know what I mean? So that's why I wouldn't want my partner to go with me. You know what I mean? Because I act like a different person when I'm walking. Because like I said, I don't know. I don't know what it is. My mind just shifts into a different gear, like I said, and I start. It's almost like I'm meditating, and it's been a thing with me since I was young. I know a lot of people, probably my friends, don't get it because like they always see me walking. It's like an average thing. Even when people knew I had a car, you feel what I'm saying? They'll still see me walking because, like I said, I get a spiritual high when I walk. So that's the only time I will get space from my partner. You feel what I'm saying? So I understand that. And then if y'all staying in something in an apartment or a place together, y'all ain't gotta be in the same room all the time. She can be in the living room, you can be in the room, or she can be in the bathroom. It's different places where y'all can be. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, if y'all holding a space together and y'all really like each other, there's nothing that will make you get tired of that person. Because really think about it. What would make you get tired of that person? You feel what I'm saying? Because some people get into relationships and the same thing will make them get into relationships. That relationship make them want to get out of the relationship or makes them irritated. And I'm gonna put an example like this. There's somebody who this person may see at work, you know what I mean? And they used to they routine, they used to seeing them at work, making them laugh, you know what I mean? And this person didn't even like this person when they started the job, but it's just the familiar face, you know what I mean? And like I said, the personality and how they treat people, you know what I mean? So they get with this person, and if it was a lineup of 5 different people, they had to choose. They wouldn't even choose the person they choosing at work just off the familiarity. You know what I mean? They'll choose somebody else, but since this is the person that they seeing more often, they choose this person. So they get with this person, then they bring this person into their home, or they get a home together, and now you're tired of seeing this person. You feel what I'm saying? The same thing that made you gravitate towards this person. You're tired of seeing this person's face. You're tired of seeing a routine. You know what I mean? Because that's what got you at first, just the routine of being around that person or seeing that person. You feel what I'm saying? It wasn't your initial pick. You didn't want to actually pick that person. But like I said, over time you gain feelings for everybody. You know what I mean? Like for specific energy. You know what I mean? Like some people are tied to their boss. When their boss leaves, they get upset. You know what I mean? Even if their boss is going to bigger and better jobs, when they get a replacement boss, their boss may not have the same energy, and it may not be no physical attraction or no sexual attraction, but there was a connection with that boss that you didn't have with any other boss. You feel what I'm saying? So when that boss moves on, you feeling some type of way. So people gotta understand you have connection with animals and just spirits in general. You feel what I'm saying? So just because you have connection with a spirit, that does not mean you pursue a relationship with that spirit. You know what I mean? Or that soul, whatever you wanna place that on. You know what I mean? And a lot of people start whatever type of feelings they acquire for a person, they feel like that's the person they should be with. Or some people just do it to from being bored, you know what I mean, or just, you know what I mean, wanting to somebody to occupy their space in the moment. You feel what I'm saying? 'Cause a lot of people get in relationships and they're not whole, so they will make them get into relationships where they will get tired of somebody. You feel what I'm saying? Like I just wanted to talk on this because I wanted to get other people's experience with life and see how y'all feel about this. Do y'all agree? Do y'all feel like moving with somebody or being with somebody in the same household, does that make the relationship weaken or does it strengthen it? Because it strengthens to me, you know what I mean? Like if the connection is there, like I said, it doesn't matter if y'all in a cell or a closet together. You know what I mean? That connection and that bond is still gonna be there because I said the topic of life is just so vast. What y'all can't run out of. There's never gonna be things that you can run out of talking to the person that you connected with, the person that you're in love with. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be there. So I'm trying to see that I cross everything out. Cause like I said, the physical attraction gotta be there, and the spiritual attraction gotta be there. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, yeah. Like I said, it can be so powerful that when you attract somebody spiritually, even if something a sick accident happened to them, you know what I mean, you're still gonna be like conjoined at the hip. You feel what I'm saying? Cause like I said, it's important for the physical too, but like I said, sometimes that just doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter about a lot of stuff when it comes to like energy, because energy is the only thing that really exists. Our body is just like a spiritual hologram. You know what I mean? So like I said, it's so deep. But like I said, all those things that I mentioned, it play a part when it comes to my reality. You know what I mean? So it probably play a part with other people's reality too, but they just don't want to admit it, or they just simply don't care. It's just personality that, you know what I'm saying, rules all with some people, you know what I'm saying? But I just know majority of people who get in relationships, they settle, you know what I mean? And a lot of people don't get it, man, that life is truly what you make it, no matter how cliche that sounds. And a lot of people in the basketball game, but they letting other people take shots for them, meaning they letting other people think for them and push agendas and thoughts on them, you know what I mean? If you want somebody who look like this, that's cool. If you want somebody whose personality fits they looks, that's amazing. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody talk you out of whatever. I ain't even trying to talk her out of what she said. You know what I'm saying? She probably don't even never see this video. But I'm just saying, people gotta know what they want and don't go for 95% of it. Go for the whole 100 so you can be satisfied. You know what I mean? That's just like going to a restaurant and you get your food and they got one side that you don't want. You feel what I'm saying? And the side that you, where the fuck was I going with this? Like my mind just fucking went blank. It's, you know how good ideas pop in your head, then you just, you know what I'm saying, forget what the fuck you was talking about. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna put it like this. Just say you got two restaurants. If this restaurant over here is quicker to your house, you feel what I'm saying? But it ain't got the side that you want. Sometimes you may have to wait and go that distance of the restaurant that got the side that you want. That's what I was trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Because it made sense at first, but now it's making more sense. But yeah, just because this is a shorter distance, and by a shorter distance, I mean just because this person is in front of you and they're displaying, you know what I'm saying, certain attributes, and it may not be all the attributes that you want. You know what I'm saying? So you may have to wait or go on down the line to find a restaurant that serves the sides that you want. That's not out of the sides. Don't settle for this restaurant because it's closer and it's present at the moment. Sometimes you have to wait. That's where I was getting at, because I was like, damn, I just fucked up the video. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. Y'all hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and y'all be blessed on walking that smoke.